Greatness Worldwide is a Greatness Center and a subsidiary of John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. Disclaimer: this is not a religious organization. For donations, volunteer services, and inquiries, visit our website, www.johnughulufoundation.org.
Hello, everybody. How are you? If you can hear me, I want you to please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. Hello, I see you. How are you today? Happy New Year. Hey. How's it going? Happy New Year. If you can hear me from wherever you're watching or listening to me, please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. I just want to be sure that I am not speaking to myself. Yes. So while I wait for more people to join, I want you to please like and share the broadcast. Like and share the broadcast. Like and share the broadcast. If you can hear me, please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. I just want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself. Yes, I have a very important message I want to share with you today. A very important message. And I want you to please like and share this broadcast. Hey, welcome, my people. Welcome. And today I promise not to take much of your time. I'll be as brief as possible. So let's make this happen. I am so excited. Happy New Year. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from whatever part of the world you are listening to me. I'm so excited to be alive today. And I believe you are also excited to be alive. Happy New Year. So let's go straight into our introduction. This is a disclaimer. Abode of Greatness Worldwide is not a religious organization. The message I will be delivering to you is not in any way related to religion. Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a greatness center and a subsidiary of the John Ughulu Foundation. All right. Our main purpose is to serve, lead, and impact. So if you can hear me, I want you to please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. Right. If you can hear me, please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. I want to be sure I'm not speaking to myself. But anyway, I am used to talking to myself. So we will be now. We recently decided to change our schedule. Typically we previously had the program every Sunday, but this time around we have decided to broadcast live every Friday. Okay, every Friday. I want you to please tell your friends, tell your family members, tell those people who are willing or looking for some inspiration, motivation, and some strategies on how to achieve their goals. Thank you. You can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. This is our first broadcast for the new year. And in the process of helping families in Africa and the United States, we would be providing basic human needs like food, clothing, and shelter. And with the help of generous donors like yourself, you who's currently listening, who's currently watching, we would be able to fulfill this. And those of you who have been supporting our cause, we really do appreciate you. We love you. And 2022 will be a better year for you. All right. Thank you. We see all that you do. Keep supporting us. And I promise that we would constantly do what we are good at, which is to inspire you, to motivate you, and to provide you with strategies on how to move from where you are to where you want to be. So for donations, if you want to make any donations to us, if you feel blessed in any way, probably through our inspiration, motivation. If you feel blessed in any way, feel free to make donations to us through our website, which is johnughulufoundation.org. And for those of you who are listening via podcast, it is John Ughulu Foundation.org. It's spelled as JOHNUGHULU Foundation.org. And for those of you watching via Facebook and YouTube, our website is currently being displayed on the screen, and we would have it displayed on the screen from the beginning to the end. So I have a very important message I want to share today for those of you just listening to me for the very first time or just seeing me for the very first time. My name is Dr. John Ughulu. I am an author. I am a public speaker and a business strategist. So today I want to talk about the importance of setting goals. Now we are in a new year. So this message is very, very, very important. I want you to listen with an open mind because today is going to be the first day of the rest of your life. So grab a pen, grab a notepad, grab a journal, whatever you feel comfortable writing on, and take down as much information as you possibly can. All right? Great. I'm so happy. Now, this is a new year. To some people, it means a new beginning. And to some other people, to some other persons, it means a continuation of what they've already designed for themselves. And for some other people, it means just be happy for the gift of life. And I want to share with you what this new year means for me. It means I am 1 year wiser, 1 year stronger, 1 year better. It also means that I have the opportunity to continue with my goals because my life has already been designed, right? Now, this is why I say that. Because I already have goals that I have previously set, because I have plans that I previously set, because, prior to this new year, it is a continuation for me. So, my question to you today is, what does this new year mean to you? That's the $1 billion question I have for you. What does this new year mean to you? Does it mean a new beginning? Does it mean a continuation? It doesn't matter what it means right now. But the most important thing is for you to be able to identify that which the new year means to you. That's what matters. You need to figure it out. I have a quote I want to share with you right now. It is a quote from William Arthur Jr., which says, all you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is good enough. And I would like to add to that quote saying, make sure you do all you can do. Now, that's not part of it, but I am adding that. Make sure you do all you can do. William Arthur Jr. says, all you can do is all you can do. And all you can do is good enough. But make sure you do all you can do. Great. Now, are you currently living a life by design, or are you just going with the flow? I'm asking you. And I want you to, ask yourself that same question. Are you living a life by design, or are you going with the flow? I am living a life of design. I am creating the life that I would love to live. How? Because I know that every day above ground is a blessed day. I know that for as long as I have the opportunity to see a new day, it is possible for me to create the life that I want. I know that it is possible for me to achieve whatever I want, though it's a process. Now let's calm down. Let's go back for a minute. I want you to take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in, out. I feel good. Do you know the reason why you could do that? It's because you are alive. You are alive. That's why you could inhale and exhale. Do you realize that so many people went to bed last night having plans for today, but unfortunately, they couldn't see daylight? But you can hear me speak now. Those of you watching me via Facebook and YouTube, you can hear me speak. What does that tell you? It means you have the gift of life. And when you have the gift of life inside of you, then it is possible for you to have new beginnings. It is possible for you to set new goals. It is possible for you to create that life that you want for yourself. It is absolutely possible. But how can you get this done? By learning how to set goals. Yes, learn how to set goals. This is a new year. This is a new year. You have the opportunity to start all over. And I want to show you what I do to set goals. I've been talking previously that I am living my life by design. And I also said that for as long as I am able to wake up every day, I would live a life that I designed. For as long as I have the ability to walk, I would live a life by design. For as long as I can get up from my bed, use my hands, move my hands, move my body, I would live a life of design, right? Now, let me share with you how and what I mean. Now, you see, these are books. These are all books here, right? These are all books. If you can see me via YouTube or Facebook, I know you can see these books. And for those of you who are listening to me via podcast, don't worry. What I have on my hand are four books. Four books. And I want to explain in details what these books are, right? The first one, the small black one, is my planner. This was the planner I used for the year 2021. In this planner, I wrote down all my daily tasks, all my daily goals. I put them in here. I had notes where I captured all my daily activities, right? And the reason why I still have this with me is because I still have some tasks from last year that I need to transfer into the new one. So that's the 2021 journal, right? And now, what do you see? What do you see here? This says 2022. This is my new journal, right? And in this 2022, this is my new planner. In this 2022 planner, I have transferred tasks, goals, unfinished activities from 2021 into this new one, right? Yes, that's for 2022. And now we still have these brown ones that I'm holding. This brown one is a notebook, is a journal. This small brown journal is where I always write down my thoughts, my ideas that come into my head. I write them down here. So this has no year on it. It's a journal. It's just a plain notebook where you can write the dates and just write freely, right? This has no date. I put my ideas. When I'm sleeping, I put this on my nightstand. So if any thought, any idea comes into my head while I'm sleeping, it's easy for me to reach out to this and write down. And this other brown one, bigger brown one, this is bigger. Right here, I write down all my goals. This is also a notebook style. It has a column where you can write the topic, your date, and you can write freely. I write down my goals, small goals, big goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. I write them down. These are all the books. And whenever I do this, it gives me some form of joy. So, which means everything I want to accomplish in life, I write them down. So, which means for as long as I have the ability to move my hands, for as long as I have the ability to move and act and walk and talk, it means I have the ability to also become the architect of my destiny, right? The reason why I love to write these things down is because research has proved it that the brain processes millions of information within a minute, which means there is a possibility of you having information overload. There is a high possibility. So it's always best to take down those ideas, write them down so you don't forget them. You don't necessarily have to start working on them right now, but just capture them on paper before you lose them. The brain processes millions of information within a minute. I want you to imagine what that looks like. Just take a few seconds and imagine what that looks like. You have information. Let's assume this is the brain, and you have millions of information coming in within a minute. It means there is a possibility of you having information overload. So that's why it's advisable to capture those ideas on paper. Think from paper, think on paper, and that's what I do. I have my daily goals in there. I have my weekly goals in there. I have everything. And I use the Steve Covey 4L method. 4Ls. Steve Covey wrote the book titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Look, I want to recommend that book for everybody. That book changed my life, right? In that book, Stephen Covey taught us how to set goals using the 4L method. How? The first L is to live your life, learn, love, and leave a legacy. So when I set my goals, Under living my life, I set spiritual goals, I set family goals, I set health goals. So I categorize all those things and write them down. And that's what I want you to also look into. That's why I'm doing this broadcast, for you to understand that this new year, you have to do something new. You have to take charge of your life. You have to understand the importance of setting goals, because it is those goals that would keep you up on your feet. It is those goals that would give you a sense of belonging, a sense of responsibility. My goal is to constantly become a person of value. My goal is to constantly influence and impact lives positively. My goal is to help you find your purpose in life. So to me, the new year is a continuation of a life that I have designed. But as time goes by, you know what will happen? Because I've already started working on my goal, I will get stronger, I will get wiser, and I will get better. I want you to repeat this after me. Say, this year, I will become wiser, stronger, and better. I want you to know that you were created for a particular purpose in life. I don't know what you know about yourself or how much you know about yourself, but I know that you are an abode of greatness. I know that you have something special inside of you. This new year, come with me. Look at this. Look at this. This new year, you know what I want you to do? For those of you who are listening via podcast, I am pointing at a word on the wall in my office. This new year, you who's watching me, you who's listening to me, you need to hustle. You need to focus on execution of your goals. You need to grind. And you see that last one? When you hustle and you focus on execution and you grind continuously, you would conquer. I don't know where you're listening to me from, but I'm speaking to you because I have been mandated to tell you that this is your year. This is your time. I want you to put your hand on your chest and say, this is my time. Say, this is my time. It is your time to rise and conquer. But how can you make that happen? It's for you to learn how to set goals, learn how to master the process of setting goals for yourself. Learn how to set goals. I love to always remind people using this quote. It's one of my favorite quotes. It's a quote from Greg Reed. Greg Reed. And this quote says, a dream written down with timelines becomes a goal. And the goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed with action makes your dreams come true. What does it mean? Not until you learn to write down your ideas on paper, it remains what? A fantasy. If you have not written down your ideas on paper, then all you have is a fantasy, not a goal. So you must learn to constantly write down your ideas. Whatever plans you have for your life, if it's not yet on paper, it is a fantasy. So what do I encourage you to do right now? Go out there Go and buy yourself a journal. Go out there and buy. Even if you feel you cannot go out right now to get one, you can order online. The world is gradually transitioning from brick and mortar to click and order. So you've got no excuse whatsoever to buy yourself a journal. It does not necessarily have to be expensive. I love to buy beautiful ones, pretty journals, because I love them. I want a situation when I grow old and complete my assignment on earth, I want to have a big library. A big library, not only containing my books that I have published. I want to have a big library containing all my journals. I want people to study the way I think. I want people to, you know, study my thought process through my journals because those are first-hand writings. It's one of my goals. And I want you to think about it as well. Go grab your journal. Buy a simple one. Learn to write down your ideas. Because if you do not learn or master that process of writing down your ideas, you would always end up having too many ideas and no clear direction. It is possible for you. You have the best gift ever, the gift of life. You are unstoppable. You need to first of all make up your mind that you will do something different this year. Albert Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. That's not possible. When you do the same thing over and over, you get the same result. So, this is the year where you need to become the architect of your destiny. Become the sole architect of your life. Create a life that you want to live. Live your life by design. Live your life by design. Look, for as long as I have good health, for as long as I can walk and run and talk and speak to you, my life design, they are all inside this book. It's a manual. They are inside here. So tell me why and how I won't be able to accomplish my goals. Why? Why? You too can do that. Learn to write down your goals. Put them down on paper and break them down into little steps so you can take it one step at a time. It's so much fun being able to strike off something from your list. Now, I remember when I was a teenager, and if you're just hearing my story for the first time, my dad passed. He died when I was a teenager, and from that point onwards, my mom was responsible for us. She raised us. And when I was a teenager, my mom would come into she would come into my room at the middle of the night and she would wake me up and say, "Hey, John, wake up, wake up, wake up." And this young John would struggle, I'd struggle. And Mom, why are you waking me up at this time of the night? She would say, "Sit down, my son. Sit down." Mommy would say, "John, what exactly do you want God to do for you in your life?" I would look at her. So you woke me up at the middle of the night to ask me this question, Mom. But well, I'll answer. I'll say, "Mom, I want God to do this. I want God to do that. I want God to do this." And Mom would be so patient with me. She would allow me finish my list. And By the time I finished, mom would say, John, I want you to go grab a pen and a piece of paper and write down all those things you have asked God to do for you. I would be like, what? Mom, you woke me up. You allowed me explain all this to you. You couldn't stop me at the middle. You allowed me finish listing what I wanted God to do for me. And now you're telling me to go grab a pen and write those things down. But well, all I wanted at that point was for my mom to allow me go back to bed. So I'll quickly go grab the pen and start writing it down. And after writing it down, mom would say, John, go and put it in the altar, because my mom is a Catholic, a staunch Catholic. In her living room, she has a place where she normally stores her Catholic accessories. She would say, John, this list you want from God, go and put it on the altar. And I would go and go there, and I'll come back. She would say, sit down, my son. Do you know the reason why I asked you to write down those things? I'll say, no, mom. She would say, okay, it's because, my son, God answers prayers faster when you write them down. I'll say, oh, really? Okay, no problem, mom. Thank you. And she would say, now, this is what I want you to do, John. Whenever you get back from school, I want you to always go back to that list, check it out. Look at it. If there's anything on that list that God has done for you, I want you to strike it off. Is that clear? I'll say, yes, mom. Is that clear? Yes, because I want her to go. Come on. And she would say, okay, good night, my son. Oh my God. Little did I know at that point, I didn't know that my mom was teaching me how to set goals. And that's the same thing I'm sharing with you today. Whatever goals you put on paper, it's easier for you to accomplish them. My communication mentor, Mr. Les Brown, would always say, review your goals at least twice a day in order for you to stay focused on those goals. I want you to do a research. Do a research on those successful people who you really would love to be their mentee. Do a research, and you would find out that there is something common amongst all the successful people in the world today. Something common. And what's that? Those people understand the importance of writing down their goals. It is your goals that would inspire you, no matter what those goals are. In my book, I typically write down both the small goals, goals as small as eat healthy, or eat this food tomorrow, or go buy this. I write them down, no matter how small, no matter how small, no matter how small. Even if it's refill the water bottles, I write them down. There is no better feeling striking off things on your list. One, it helps you stay organized. Now, let me give you this. Let me use this illustration. When you're going to the grocery store to buy something, is it easier for you when you go with a list? Or is it easier when you don't go with a list? Now, when you go with a list, you realize that everything that you had in mind to purchase at that store, you will purchase it. But if you don't go with a list, what happens? There's a possibility that you will forget certain things. And that's the same thing with your goals. You write them down so you can remember them. You write them down so you can constantly review them. And that's the importance. And that's what I want to tell you today. Writing down your ideas on paper would make a huge difference in your life. It will help you stay organized. It will help you plan better. and it will help you live your life by design. My goal is to help 1 billion or more people find their purpose in life. And if you are somebody who is still struggling with finding your purpose in life, I want to recommend this book for you. It's titled The Morale Booster. This is my book. This book would help you find your purpose. You can purchase this book on Amazon. And the good thing about buying this book is that it will help you find your purpose, one, and every cent raised with this book goes to charity. Every dollar, every cent. Look, that's it. The Morale Booster. The Morale Booster. For those of you who are listening their podcast, go to Amazon.com and purchase my book, The Morale Booster. THE Morale, MORALE Booster. The Morale Booster. It's a great book. Any money you spend on this book goes towards charity. Every proceed from the book is for charity. So if you or anyone you know has in any way been impacted by what I say, if you have been motivated one way or the other, if you have been inspired one way or the other, if you have been able to take charge of your life one way or the other from my words of inspiration and motivation, I want you to support this course. Go buy this book today and support us. Givers never lack. Go grab a copy. And I want you to also know that it is your time. This is your set time. And as I speak right now, I know there is somebody who's listening to me right now who has been struggling with this. You have been in a dilemma. You no longer like the work or the job that you do. And you have this business idea that you have been nurturing for a long time. You are listening to me right now. I have been mandated to tell you that this is your time. This is the time that you have to start that business you've always wanted. You wake up every morning feeling frustrated about your job. You wake up every morning feeling sad that you are currently not doing the work that you have been born into this world to do. Don't worry. I feel you. I feel you. And I'm speaking to you. No other person. I'm speaking to you right now. This is your time. This is your time to get started. And I want you to know that there will never be a perfect time for you to get started. Never, ever, never, ever. There will never be a perfect time. So I implore you right now to go and get started. Start with whatever you have, wherever you are. You can start from inside your house. You can start from your basement. You can start from your garage. But you need to apply this method. You need to use your 9 to 5, which is your employment, to finance your 5 to 9, which is your business. You work 9 to 5. What happens from 5 to 9 again? That's your time to start the business. Use income from your employment to finance your business. And if you are looking for business strategies, I want you to send me a DM, send me a message, send me a DM with the word strategy, and we'll be able to provide you some free strategies, some very free strategies. Just let me know that you listened to me speak on this program, and I'll provide you with those strategies. And now I want you to know that it is possible. I know you probably are saying you don't have the money to get started, right? But don't worry. The person who has the money is waiting for you to make the move. So if you don't start, you will never find that person. How do you start without money? I want to share with you some strategies. How can you start the business without money? The first thing you need to do is find yourself a mentor in that area, that line of business you've always wanted to do. Find yourself a mentor. Where can you find a mentor? Go online, search for experts in that field, that are people who are already successful in that field. Follow them on social media. Follow them on social media. Buy their books. Read their books, right? Read their books. And number two, what should you do? Write a business plan. Because when you run into that man or that woman who is supposed to partner with you or who is supposed to finance your idea, they don't want to hear you speak. No. What they want to see is paper, what you have on paper. What they understand as financiers are business plans. So a business plan is key. You need to write down your idea on paper, have a business plan. That's number two. So the first one is find yourself a mentor. The second is write a business plan. And the third thing you need to do, since you don't have the money, is when you have bought books, read about it, done your feasibility study, when you have written down your ideas on paper, number three, you need to start networking. Start networking. How do you network? You go to the places where you would find your helpers. Attend conferences, business conferences, seminars, workshops, and boot camps. You will find that person there. Set goals. Set goals. Now that I am telling you what I have been mandated to tell you, go buy a journal, write it down. Say, I will start my business on or before the 31st of December 2022. Write it down. Write down the steps. Number one, I will find myself a mentor. Number two, I will write a business plan. Number three, I will start networking. And before you know it, money will no longer be a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know how much you know about yourself. I don't know how much the people around you know about you. But one thing that I know about you is that you are an abode of greatness. Please remember to like and share this broadcast because there is also somebody on your contact list who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. Like and share this broadcast. Like and share this broadcast. Please, we want as many people as possible to be influenced and impacted by this message. Like and share this broadcast. So remember, 2022, you need to what? Hustle. You need to focus on what? Execution. And you need to grind. And when you do all those three, you will conquer. You will conquer. Always remember that you are an abode of greatness. I promise not to take much of your time. And I see everybody commenting. Thank you so much for watching this program. Same time next week. we will be broadcasting live. Like and share this broadcast. Love you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. It's been a pleasure letting you know what I have been keeping inside of my mind for you. I have spoken. It is your time. It is up to you to take action. And you can and you will take action. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Happy weekend. Bye, everybody.
Abode of Greatness Worldwide. The Main Seed Mastermind